This video is about penetrations. Can I say that? What have you got there, Shane? A plug for a penetration.
I got a plug for a hole. We talk all about penetration. It just doesn't sound good anyway, you put it. So in the last video, I talked all about these penetrations and why you should have them in the boat. In this one, we'll show me putting some laminate around it and what it looks like once it's been shoved in the hole. So we've got the double bias. How much do we put in the hole? As a rule of thumb, the laminate that goes into the hole is the same as the laminate that's on the skin. So if you have a 600 gram DB skin, you put 600 grams of DB in the penetration hole. That's the rough, or if it's 1200 grams, you put 1200 grams on here. It's the rough rule of thumb. And then to laminate it, in my case, I was using a light material. The light material, I was using a light 300 gram, makes it easier to laminate it around the plug, but it just means I had to use more layers. And then yeah, it was basically wet the material out, put it around the plug, and you can see, most importantly, is that the material is continuous from this edge to this flange, even around the radius here. And this was the other advantage of doing it in multiple layers. I'd put the join in the middle of the flat, wrap it around the corner, and when this is wet, it's all quite slippery and tricky to do. Keep it wrapping it around. So I put multiple layers on, and you can see where I put my join here on the flat. The next layer, I would put the join, you guessed it, on the other side here. And then the next join I'd do, so I'd alternate the join from one side to the other and not actually overlapping it, okay? I wouldn't actually overlap it. I'd use, because it's double bias, it's quite stretchy. Try and get the length about right. There you go, you can see, right, don't overlap it, because you use the layer above to then cover the overlap. Then once that's all wet out like so, you put some Cabasil filled resin in the hole and you squidge it in there. It's as highly technical as that.
That's a smashy uppy.
Smashed a bit.
plug out.
Let's have a look at what I've done. Take a light so we can see under here. So you would have seen the first one that I've done. I've done both sides of it now. Done both sides, aft side and front side. Given it a quick little wipe of fairing. It's basically ready to go. Up here you can see the next one that I've got pre-installed. You can see my highly technical clamp piece of foam. Highly technical piece of foam clamp away. There it is. You can see my 3D printed plug is sitting in there. It's actually all ready for removal. If you have a look around the back, you can see the mold just sticking through the bulkhead. So when I see it being removed, pretty easy. Highly technical hammer. So it's as simple as a nice little tap, tap. Out it came. Good job. Out. Ooh, what? The ticker came off. And there you have it. There's my moulded piece of glass frame. Now I'll use my smaller inner one and have it come from the other side. Now you'll see that these actually got popped out pretty easy. That's because I have what I call draw on these plugs. May or may not have spoken about it earlier, but there is a taper from here to here, which is called a draw, so that when it's not parallel, if it's parallel, it generally tends to hang up because you end up with small inconsistencies in the thicknesses and the shape. But if you've got a draw, what we call a drawer on it, as it's pulled out, you know, it's a big at this end, small at this end, so it's wedge shaped in, and it will come out just because of the shape of it. And now that's ready to go again. I can actually reuse that. This one, that's an inside one. I've used that one once. The other one I've used twice. Yeah, that's the other outside one. This outside one, you'll see actually it's all a bit funky shaped here. I actually warmed it up because I wanted this one to be a little bit closer to the radius, and I got the heat gun because it's a thermoplastic, warmed it up, pushed it in the hole, and got that to go to the shape that was required. I can reshape and reuse this mold quite a bit. So let's go through the layers here of consumables. So we just took away the vacuum bag. You'll see my breather felt just came off of this part, no dramas at all. The breather felt is what we use to allow whatever air is under the bag to travel around under the bag and to our vacuum source.